Big news today. Gina Carano, former MMA fighter, a star in the Mandalorian TV series on the Disney Channel. She has been fired. The headlines everywhere you turn online. Disney fires actress Gina Carano after posts comparing hating someone over politics to Nazi Germany. Not only was she fired by Disney, but her talent agency dropped her immediately. This is within hours of her post going up on social media. So first, let's take a look at what she actually said or reposted that was so offensive. Here's a picture of a Jewish woman running for her life. Obviously, this is under Nazi persecution. And it says this: Jews were beaten in the streets, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. And then this quote, because history is edited, most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. And then the question, how is that any different from hating someone for their political views? Okay, so she was not comparing people today in America being persecuted or being opposed or being marginalized for their political views, comparing that to the slaughter of 6 million Jews in Germany and Europe. She was not comparing that. She was not comparing the treatment of Americans with dissenting political views today or politically conservative views to the slaughter of 1.5 million Jewish children during the Holocaust. She wasn't making that comparison. What she was saying was, before those things happened, before the extermination, before those maniacal things were carried out, there was hostility that was created among the people of Germany towards their fellow Jews, who themselves now, the German populace was hating the Jewish people. And she said, how is that any different than hating people for their political views today? Okay, you might say, you don't want to make a Holocaust comparison. That's going too far. And perhaps after posting something like that, she could be lectured to, and people say, that's not the best thing to do, and here are the following reasons. And are you really suggesting that what's coming next for political conservatives is that they're going to be shipped off in cattle cars and concentration camps and worked to death or gassed to death? Is that what you're suggesting? You really need to step back. And she could say, yeah, I see your point, but I do want to bring out this point. Okay, fair enough. End of subject. Learning experience for everyone. And her overall point is a valid point. Namely, that society today is demonizing, marginalizing people, creating hostility towards people who have dissenting political views. And Gina Carano, being in Hollywood, has committed the cardinal sin of being a Trump supporter. You don't do that. She's also tweeted some other things in recent months that have been controversial. For example, this post where it says, breaking news, Democratic government leaders now recommend we all wear blindfolds along with masks so we can't see what's really going on. And there's a mask being put over people's eyes. So she's mocking, it's a meme there, mocking the idea that the government really knows what it's doing, telling us about masks. Well, a lot of people have questions about that. A lot of people are wondering, do the masks really help? And why'd you tell us don't wear them? Now do wear them. Now wear them double. Now we'll be getting vaccinated and masked. Okay, there's no crime to post that. And people do. They post all kinds of provocative things on social media. She also posted this. This got her in trouble as well. She was talking about certain activists and BLM movement and the race riots and protests. And she said, in my experience, screaming at someone that they are a racist when they are indeed not a racist, and any post and or research you will do will show you these exact facts, then I'm sorry, these people are not educators, they're cowards and bullies. Well, fair enough. You're talking about specific people that are branding people racist that are not racist, shouting at them, accusing them racist. So that's being more of a bully and a coward than an educator. But for that, she now opposes the whole BLM movement or opposes the idea that Black Lives Matter. And then she refused on her bio, under pressure, she refused to post her preferred gender pronouns. She's a woman. She doesn't need to say, I'm a woman and identify as she, her, etc. At one point to say, okay, fine, you keep pushing me, I'll identify as beep, bop, boop. And she said, look, I've got nothing against trans people, but come on, I'm just a woman. So she posts this, and then this gets her in trouble. I don't think trans people would like all of you trying to force a woman to put something in her bio through harassment and name calling every day for months. such as racist, transphobe, B-word, weirdo, I hope you die, I hope you lose your career, you're fat, you're ugly. A point well taken. And if a trans individual said, hey, just respect my rights, okay, we may differ with their perceptions and things like that, but don't force that on everyone else. That's what she's saying. So no big deal. There are far more controversial things posted every day by people in Hollywood and the cultural elites and all that. No problem whatsoever. But she posts what she does because she has a history as a conservative politically, because she has a history as a Trump supporter, because she has crossed these forbidden lines and refused to bow down to PC culture. Now, metaphorically speaking, off with her head. Now, here's the whole hypocrisy of it. If you think I'm exaggerating any of this, check this out. Look at this tweet. 2018, Pedro Pascal, who is the main star in The Mandalorian. It says, "This is America." That's the hashtag. This is 2018. On top of the meme, Germany, 1944. There are Jews, Jewish children behind barbed wire fences. Immediately beneath that, America, 2018. There are children in a cage, obviously border children, that Trump put in a cage. So he is making the overt comparison. Germany, 1944, with America, 2018. Oh, by the way, there's a problem with the picture. The 2018 picture apparently was not 2018. And this picture, from what we can see, was not even from the Trump administration. It wasn't even America. The cap says this is America. It wasn't even America. From what we can tell, this is Palestinian territories, and these are kids going in and out of a soup kitchen. But this is now being compared to Nazi Germany. This is the main star of The Mandalorian. This is a much more unfair comparison than what Gina Carano was saying. And is there a penalty? Is there a punishment? Who even heard about this when he did it in 2018? Hey, Hollywood, express yourself. And anything Trump does is like Hitler and the Nazis, and that's fair game. But for Gina Carano to say, hey, look, you got to be careful when a society demonizes people and marginalizes them because of their ethnicity or because of their religion or because of their political beliefs. You got to be careful. And maybe her comparison goes too far and is exaggerated. Fine. So nuance it. You get fired for doing that, but no problem doing Pedro Pascal. Look at this. This is something else he once tweeted. Check this out. It is a direct comparison between the Confederate Army, the Nazis, and Trump supporters. Losers in 1865, there's the Confederate flag. Losers in 1945, there's the Nazi Germany flag. Losers in 2020, there's the Trump Make America Great Again hat. No problem for tweeting that. No problem for posting that. No backlash. Yet Gina Carano does what she does, and her point is illustrated. You know what this reminds me of? I once saw a picture, Muslim extremists, Islamic extremists, they're being called terrorists. And in the caption, they're saying, how dare you call us terrorists? We'll kill you. I think you just proved the point that we're making, right? How dare you call us terrorists? We'll kill you. So here, Gina Carano dares to poke the bear and say, there is a dangerous PC culture which demonizes and marginalizes and cancels people that don't bow down to it. And they said, oh, yeah, you're going to accuse us of that? You know what we're going to do? We're going to demonize you, marginalize you, and cancel you. Friends, open your eyes. This is happening right now.